Have talked recently about just kind of the defensive stamina to sustain for 48 minutes. How were you able to kind of capture that for all four quarters tonight?
Yeah, we did a good job of like keeping them in front of us, like whether it would be in transition, whether it be in half court, like just like keeping our body in between their body as they drive and make plays and try to create for each other. And then they had to score over top of us. That's always a good recipe defensively.
And then offensively, particularly in the half court, it just seemed like you guys were able to carve out more straight line drives, attacking through the angle directly to the rim. Why were you able to generate so many of those ones? Good screens or anything else that maybe we weren't seeing?
Yeah, a combination of both, screening, playing with pace. We also, like, when you're able to, like, get stops and play in the open floor, things come more naturally. Things come easier. There's more space out there, especially against they're a good defensive team. You got to play in space. Playing in a crowd is not the recipe against a good defensive team, and doing that really helped us tonight.
Shai,
right after the game, you said this wasn't our Super Bowl whenever you're talking to Peacock and doing whatever, but how do you take everybody's best shot in a year like this, still match that intensity, but kind of stay the course with what you guys kind of preach with the just stacking wins and going day by day?
Yeah, it's never about the other team. It's always about us. We've gotten to where we've gotten because we've focused on ourselves, and that's the only thing every night that stays a constant. Like, we can go out there and control what we can do out on the floor every night, no matter who's on the other side, no matter what the personnel looks like, no matter where they're coming from or what we just did the night before game-wise. Like, every night we can control X, Y, and Z for us, and when we do that, we give ourselves a shot.
Shai, what are you sort of learning about what it takes to both pick up on and adjust to Wemby's tendencies as a guy who does pretty unpredictable stuff?
Yeah, it's the same thing as, like, every other player in the league. Like, every basketball player in the existence of basketball has things that they're comfortable doing. And the better ones are better at getting to those things through the game plan, through the defensive schemes and stuff like that. And defensively, it's your job to try to take them out the comfort zone as much as you can throughout the night. Now, obviously, you're not going to be perfect, especially against the better players. But I think we did a good job tonight of just like making everything tough on them. But that's the recipe for every good player, every great player. Like, if you let them be comfortable and get to their strengths, they'll probably hurt you more than not. So yeah, it's just a recipe, regardless.
Shai, we saw some outward emotion from you tonight that we don't normally see. Just fired up, got a technical. What was at the root of that tonight for you?
Why did I get a tech? The tech, I think, like, I got shoved on the rebound, so I shoved him back. Then he put the ball out, we got a tech, double tech. That was nothing. And the emotion, I think the crowd just, like, ignited me a little bit. They do a really good job of bringing the energy, especially when we're on runs. And I was just going with it.
Mark said that coming and facing challenges and figuring out a way to overcome them is a big part of, obviously, what happens in the regular season. How much did you feel like that was important tonight for you guys to figure out a way to overcome a team that's beat you 3 times?
Yeah, I said this out there. Like, I can't remember the last time a team's beaten us 3 times in a row in the regular season. So it was a little bit of a different feeling, a little odd for us. But nonetheless, like, you got to be able to learn and to grow. And this team kind of forced us to do that and beating us 3 times in a row. Like, nobody likes the feeling, and if you don't like the feeling, you got to do something about it. I think we took the necessary steps. Now, we still have to go a long way to win big, but yeah, we took a step forward in it.
Shai, on Christmas, you said if a team beats you 3 times in a row in a short span, they're better than you. What does tonight's result tell us?
I mean, like, I think, like, tonight's result, in terms of us and them,
Right.
good question, Tim. Tonight's result tells us that when we play a certain way, with a certain sense of urgency, with a certain sense of like force and aggressiveness, and attention to detail, that it doesn't matter who's on the other side. And I think we knew that about this group, and it's just about us kind of getting to that point without having to lose or be pushed there. And not to say we haven't done it before, we've done it multiple times. But I think like the more we can get ourselves to that mental frame, that mind frame, we'll be better off for sure. But yeah, tonight nothing that I didn't expect. Like I knew that if we played a certain way, we'd be able to beat anybody in the world. It doesn't really matter, in my opinion.
And I understand the standings. This counts as one of 82.
Yeah.
Does it feel more important than that?
So when I say like it counts as one of 82, it's just like another opportunity to get better. But like playing against the better teams in the league, like they're obviously second in the West, so they're better. They're a better team than the 14th best team in the West. It's just how it goes. You really like want to go out there and like like put your best foot forward. And honestly, it's just to see like where you are in the season. The best tests are against the best teams, and I think that's how everybody in the league views when they play us. It's the same thing. Like when you play against the better teams in the league, you really like want to put your best foot forward just so you can see where you are and see how far you have to go for the rest of the season.
You mentioned playing your guys' way. It seemed like you were especially doing that in the third quarter. I think there was a point where you guys were on a run and you started pounding on J-Dub's chest in excitement. Just how would you describe that feeling when you guys are playing your brand of basketball? You got the home crowd in it as well. Just how would you describe that?
Yeah, it feels good. It's all about I think it's all about a certain like energy and intention we have out there. Like energy and intention we have out there. Like regardless whether like shots and stuff are going our way, when we're playing with that certain level of pop offensively and defensively, like the game just flows and comes so much more natural. And not only for like myself, but like for my teammates, whether it be like at the point of attack or whether it be like in closeouts, and I'm talking offensively. Like when we're playing that style, it's less thinking, it's less stagnant, and it's more just like free flowing basketball. And that's when personally I have the most fun. Like when the game is just up and down, and like you're just in the flow of things, less thinking, less play calls, so to say. And I think it was getting there in that third quarter, and I liked the feeling, so I punched up in his chest.